Oh, we are the Love Gurus. We are live. Thank you to everybody out there listening on YouTube. We are going to take ridiculous dating questions from Reddit and you guys in the chat right about now.
You think your love life is going kind of bad?
Well, it is summertime.
Woo.
If you find out your girlfriend accidentally banged your dad.
What?
Yeah. She's
Think
clumsy.
your romance maybe ain't the norm.
Especially because of the dad fucking thing.
You find out your fiance has been slipping it to your mom.
That too.
A little slip. I mean,
Just
it could happen
ask
to
the
anyone,
Yeah.
right?
gurus
My whole family's whores.
what to do.
My fiance's a
I wasn't
whore.
listening to the lyrics.
Listen to the
Oh,
gurus,
God.
or your life is screwed. Love Guru.
Oh, that's right. You heard the man. We are the Love Gurus podcast. We are taking your dating questions and the dating questions of the wild animals on Reddit. Suzanne, welcome back from D.C. How was your trip?
It was great. DC was amazing. I babysat my niece, and when I say babysat, I mean she just kind of played in the corner, and while I drank some wine, and at the end of the night,
Fuck
she
yeah,
goes,
dude.
"You didn't really babysit me that much."
Snitching.
I was
Oh,
like,
man.
"Whoa."
Dude,
Yeah.
wine shamed by your own niece.
She had clearly had other babysitters that were much more engaged than I was, and I said, "Well, that's what you get."
right.
I didn't,
You get what you pay for, which is nothing.
Yeah, I babysat for free. I'm not going to teach you Spanish. What are you talking about? It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
You want me blowing double zeros, you better put some paper in my hand. Them's the rules. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but good to be back. Good to be back.
Good to have you back. You were missed. And good to have our two awesome guests, man. We have two returning hilarious guests. First up, she's a hilarious stand-up comic. Follow her on Instagram. See her live. Kayt Hester, thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. Tell them where they can find you.
Kate Balls of Fire. That's K, the number 8, and then the word balls.
Yeah.
On
Nice.
Instagram, and I'll be the first one that comes up. You can't miss my pink hair. Kate Balls of Fire on Instagram.
I know how to spell balls. I've
Yeah,
done
there
it.
you go.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah. Kate Balls.
K-balls.
Right? With two L's. With two
Yeah.
L's. I fucked
Yes.
up last time when trying to tag. Yeah. And let me introduce our second guest. He is another hilarious stand-up comic, another returning guest. Mr. Oni Francis, thank you for being back on the show.
Hey, man, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely, man. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Uni1, O-N-I, like the Japanese fish, and Uno, like the card game, or the number 1 in Spanish, whatever.
Yeah. Nice. So wait, there's a Japanese fish that
Yeah,
is
I think they said.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
very
a
interesting.
dish.
Uni. Oh, yeah.
Or
yeah.
demon,
Uni.
or
Is it-
demon, but I don't tell people that.
Well, you can't eat demons on sushi. You get
Nah,
sick.
you can't. Yeah.
Especially if you're pregnant. No good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not raw enough. Demons are, sushi's supposed to be raw. Demons have been dead for so long. I think maybe it's along those lines. So
Right.
Full
You
sin.
eat a raw demon. You lose 35 pounds overnight. I've seen that Stephen King movie. No, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the uni sushi is a sea urchin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
are
good.
correct.
Honestly, it's a bit. It's a strong taste.
I've never had it.
It's
never
good,
had
man.
it.
You definitely got to get it. That's on like a big bed of rice, man.
Okay,
or
that's
like
what I
with those,
heard.
because it's very strong.
something to cut it. Yeah. A little bit,
Yeah. Like it's sort of like
I gotta chase my food now?
right. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
This food isn't good enough. I've got to eat other food to
Yeah.
make this food taste better. How about I just eat a cheeseburger?
You're right.
Yeah, that sounds unenjoyable. That sounds unenjoyable.
Dude, you know what? I'll bet uni would be really good on a cheeseburger because there's a lot of flavors going on cheeseburgers and a lot to balance it out.
That's true. That makes sense.
If there's any Japanese burger joint fusion places here in Astoria listening right now, get back at me.
Yeah.
Joel on YouTube says, "Wow, Suzanne set herself on fire last week and still looks beautiful. What's her secret?" It's tell them how you fixed yourself up because you really lit yourself up in that protest.
Well, actually, what I did is I came to the realization that women should have abortions.
Yeah.
And the love of the Lord healed me. Can you believe
wow.
it?
Yeah.
God wants women to have abortions. Isn't that crazy?
So you're telling me that Jesus Christ himself came down from heaven and fixed your burn wounds like a leper in the page 7 of the Bible or whatever.
The realization that abortion is health care.
Wow.
And then the Lord saved me.
Interesting. I didn't even know he was that pro-choice. Now, I'd never read that book or anything.
Where did you get burned at?
Oh, all over, dude.
Yeah, all
dude, like
all
a Buddhist monk. She just because again, this is when she was still very, very adamantly pro-life, but she was protesting Roe v. Wade. I'll kind of go through it again for those of you who weren't here
last week gave a eulogy for me because I had. I
thought she died.
Fire.
That's how bad the burns were. It was all over. I mean, they didn't want to put it on the normal.
Yeah, you just got
media,
first degree burns.
It was pretty bad, dude. It was bad. She was covered in flames while screaming, "I burn for the unborn."
Okay, like the Human Torch guy.
Yes, it was fucking wild, dude. It was. She was part of some weird alt-right movement. She was screaming like, "Abortions will not replace us." It was bizarre, dude. I don't even know where she was getting it. But you know, I support her. You know, her convictions. You know, but then she switched. You know what I mean? The Lord spoke to her through the flames, just like He did to what's that guy, Moses or Tito, Jermaine? I don't remember. I don't remember all the characters. You know, but he was one of them.
Tequila.
Tequila. Yeah,
whatever that city he burnt down, I forgot which one it was.
Yeah,
it was. I wanted them.
It was the Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Well, it's like, dude, I'm all about people partying and doing what they want. They literally named a city after butt fucking, you know? I mean, that's why. You're at least going to get VD there, bro. Like, that's a wild city. I mean, yeah, even if he doesn't burn it down, I mean, it
was the Vegas of the biblical times.
You know? Yeah. I mean, I think that was where ancient COVID was started for sure. Dude. Like, it was fucking wild. But, I'm super excited about this show, man. We got Amy on YouTube says maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But we have an awesome show ready. We're going to take ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on Reddit. We're going to take our first one right now, but first, let's hear from our somewhat sort of sponsor, and that is the wine we're drinking. Do you want a delicious Bordeaux Blanc? Then you can't do better than Augustine. That's a guy in the Bible, right? Augustine?
Sure. Yeah.
I think so.
Probably.
Anyway.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Some European.
Yeah, dude. He's the saint of the morning after pill. I read that. It's on page 36.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He invented that shit. Yeah. But dude, ancient morning after pills, they tasted fucking disgusting, dude. It was pretty much horse piss. Like in a capsule. Like it was... You know, it was medieval. In fact, earlier than medieval, if my history serves me correctly. But Augustine Bordeaux, this tastes way better than horse piss. It is fresh, elegantly grassy. I hate wines that ain't grassy enough. A lot of times I spit them out. I'm like, this isn't fucking grassy.
Love a grassy one.
Yeah, and I love one that is also abundantly aromatic. Augustine is a delicious taste of spring. Goddamn perfect season for that. I think it's spring right now, dude. Augustine Bordeaux Blanc. Get you some. Now let's take our first questions from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question.
Oh, before we do that, I forget to say this at the beginning. Like and subscribe out there. If you're watching, if you're listening, like and subscribe. All proceeds go to, I don't think we have any proceeds, but if they do, it'll go to whatever cause is your favorite. I swear.
Get in there and subscribe.
Once we start getting proceeds, all of them are going to go to your favorite causes.
Yeah. So first question. My boyfriend thinks I'm excluding him from our vending machine business. My boyfriend is 24 and I'm 23, and we started a vending machine business. We've been dating for almost 2 years, and we started with just one machine. I filled out both the W-9 form and the business license application under my name and marked the business ownership section as individual because he told me so. Last night, as we were filling up the vending machine with snacks, he says to me for the first time, I feel like you're using me for the machine location. You're not involving me. You named the company after yourself. You connected the credit card reader to your bank account, so you would be the only one getting the money.
Oh.
This confused me because I thought that we were doing this whole thing for us. Months ago.
It's like the show Billions, but thousands. You know? Hundreds probably.
Or tens. Okay.
Yeah.
It depends how much machine she has. She has like 3. That could be like... that's hundreds.
Yeah, that's hundreds. In fact,
I try to give them more.
It's not named Billions. It's called sometimes break it even, sometimes not.
Yeah.
Months ago, I suggested that we make a joint bank account so that we both have access to the money, but he just shrugged it off. He continued by saying that I don't listen to him and he feels excluded. All I do is listen. I buy the snacks that he suggests. I use the markup that he wants for our profit. I told him that I felt frustrated that he didn't communicate all this with me before. He said that he could have, but he just didn't want to.
Oh, man.
I asked him how I can involve him more, and he replied, I don't know, just drop it completely. I don't want to talk about this anymore. What am I supposed to do now?
This is a real story. I've started from the bottom. Now we got, a couple more vending machines.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's, yeah.
I mean, I know I live in a basement. I shouldn't really be financially shaming anyone, but good God, sir.
Interesting that, okay, so she's 23, he's 24. They've started this vending machine business. Although I still kind of think they only just have the one. Cool. They only have the one vending machine, I think. But
that's way more high speed than I was at 23 or 24.
Sure. I mean, they are. That is like pretty entrepreneurial. I guess.
They're selling methamphetamine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Safer at least.
It's one of those vending machines with the needles that you just get out.
That said, it doesn't mean that would be a cool episode of like Better Call Saul. You know what I mean? There's a vending machine. But they're, the prices are insanely high. Why? Little bags of meth and the Funyuns. Yeah. Hey, how come Doritos are normal prices, but the Funyuns are $50, $60? This is crazy.
It is funny. I do
it's a
actually
fucking great
have...
idea, dude. In fact, I'm quitting podcasting and doing this tomorrow.
How long has they've been together? Does it say how long they've been together?
Yes, for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a minute, but so they obviously got together young. But so his concern, or his qualm, I guess I should say, is that they started this vending machine business. She filled out all the paperwork, did the business license, and put everything in her name.
They didn't start anything. She did.
Yeah, she kind of did it.
There's no day here.
And she's got him
Ain't no
on
pronouns.
Yeah.
He should have been there way more upfront. Like, okay, let me make sure... I put, like, when my boyfriend and I were together 3 months, we adopted a cat together, and I pulled the lady aside and was like, we're 3 months in, put this all in my name. Right?
You're not sharing
that
it.
cat's chip is in my name. I mean, here we are 12 years later, we're all still together, but I was like, if we break up, that cat is coming with me. It's just, so I feel like maybe... I mean, but it sounds like she wasn't doing that. It sounds like she wanted him all in, and he was just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, he was just kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah.
It seems like he was kind of half-assing it.
Here's really, I think...
Quarter-assing it.
Yeah.
And to be fair...
like vending machine.
Yeah. Oh, Joel on YouTube says, I hope they're selling condoms in the machine, and I hope that she's making sure he uses one.
No shit.
Here's really, I think, where his argument lacks credibility is because he isn't saying you're not sharing the money with me. Like that. Yeah. Like that's not what he's saying. He's saying, okay, the business is in your name. It goes to your account. If his overall concern, which probably is that she is keeping, money from him, that she's not splitting it 50-50, why didn't he say that? So either she really is like sending him receipts and is like, here's, what we made, here's your half, da-da-da.
Yeah.
And he's just being stroppy. Or he, again, I think that him not saying, okay, well, you're not splitting the money with me, that means that he is, again, just being argumentative. He's just, trying to pick a fight.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some whiny manipulation happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Or he, by him saying, oh, you're using me for the vending machine location, which I guess, which is a good question. I don't know how you establish where a vending machine can and cannot go.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I know nothing about the vending machine industry, honestly.
Like, I don't know if it's like maybe it's at his work, so therefore, like, he's saying, oh, you're using me for this.
Dude,
my coworkers Cheetos are putting money in your pocket. Like, what's that?
What is that?
But again, so maybe he's queuing that up, and then the next conversation is, well, I'm the one who, gave us the location for the vending machine. Therefore, the split shouldn't be 50-50. It should be 70-30 or whatever.
Well, and I do like to side. I like to err against the person writing the question. As we point out every week, these questions are there it's a source by, for, and about them. It's their pro-them propaganda. It's their Fox News, their MSNBC, their North Korean state-run news if their dad gave them the entire country, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when little details are left out, I have to think it's kind of convenient. Now, this guy definitely sounds like a douchebag. That said, I think his concerns are a little bit warranted in that I don't think that he's necessarily worried about something that she's done already. I think she's worried about, like, hey, man, we're 23 and 24. We're practically babies, you know what I mean, compared to most people, most adults. In terms of relationships, most 23-year-olds, unless they are fucking full Amish, they don't last forever. So it's like, hey, I've been investing money in this. I've been investing time, whatever. If it's all in her name and she finds out about me and that hooer that I've been seeing on the side, she's taking all that vending machine moolah, you know? Which is honestly a valid concern, you know, even if
should have put his name on it.
Yeah.
Right. If you love a vending machine, you got to put your name on the title.
Well,
and honestly, if she's been doing enough of the business part of it to where she was even able to get it all in her name, it honestly does sound like she's doing the lion's share of the work.
And she's like, I'm ordering the stuff. I found this. I found that. It sounds like she's doing all the work.
Yeah, she's doing all the work. Now, here's the one.
But we don't know that. We haven't heard about stocking it, though. Did we hear about stocking it? Because
they said that they were refilling it together.
Refilling? Okay, so he's not just totally half-assed.
My favorite romantic
That's the
activity.
easiest thing to do. That takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Where was I conceived? Wow. Right up against a fucking Skittles machine that my dad owned.
Here's where I really
my mom took it from him in the divorce. Took his Skittle money, she did.
Here's where I really feel like maybe the guy is missing out on an opportunity because if he says, okay, you know, again, so let's say that they split it 50-50. You obviously, if she's doing like a W-9 and like she's going to have to pay taxes on this $30 or whatever that they're making a month. But so if he just gets...
They're charging me fractions of cents.
If
I didn't even know
gets,
this was possible.
How much could they possibly be making?
So, but that's what I'm saying. So if it's $30 and he says, okay, $15, she then still has to pay the taxes on the overall. So he essentially could be getting his income tax-free, sticking her with the taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a way that he could screw her.
Yeah.
I don't think these people are thinking like that, though.
Yeah.
No, they're like 23.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
That's not a conversation that...
It's I mean, this is totally... It's... I sort of like the more, I was talking a lot of shit about these people for the whole vending machine thing, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of like it. You know what this is? Well, it's high speed lazy.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's sort of like
you just have a lot of them.
Yeah. It's sort of we just stock vending machines and that's it. Tim on YouTube says I knew a hockey coach that stocked condoms. Some said he was connected. Yeah, that seems like the mob would be involved in that industry.
It can't be cheap to buy a wholesale.
Dude, I love the idea of seeing a fucking... You know how like every now and then in The Sopranos, some guy would be like, you know, doing landscaping somewhere or some shit. You know what I mean? And some guy, this is my cousin Vinny's landscaping. And then he'd like break his legs or something. I want to see that happen over a goddamn Coca-Cola machine. I want to see a mobster. Vito restocks these machines.
Turf is clearly a big issue in the vending machine business. Has to be.
It probably is.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah.
This is the Gambino's Dippin' Dots machine.
But it sounds like this young lady has her shit together and that this is only the beginning for her. Like she's going to get on to bigger and better.
More
Bigger,
vending
Agreed.
like
Yeah.
a big vending machine, which is I think they call a store. She's probably gonna go to bigger and better. And he sounds like he's kind of like a whiny bitch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I don't like this guy. The way
Yeah.
he
You
seems.
gotta shut up. And
So,
just
I do.
benefits.
I hope that he's just
Yeah.
like tearing down her dreams with that whole owning a store thing. And,
He probably is.
And she's like, you know, one day, Chris, we're gonna have this in a structure, like in a building where we don't get rain on. He's gonna be like, don't fly too close to the sun, God damn it! You burn your wings off. We're vending machine people, Linda. We've always been vending machine people. My daddy was a vending machine guy. His dad was a vending machine guy.
Yeah.
My great-grandfather. Now this was before vending machines, but he had a hot dog cart. We don't
I love a
sell
hot
things
dog right now.
inside buildings.
Yeah.
I want to say that as a kid, I remember my mom was friends with these people that was their business, is that they owned several vending machines around the town. They lived in a different town from us. But anyway, so we went over to go visit them one time, and I remember they were like, you can go into our basement and pick out one candy bar. So I went down into their basement, and I'm not kidding. It was like fucking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Just boxes of chocolate, candy bars.
And they only give you one candy bar? Fucking tightwads.
That's
fucking
business,
tightwads,
man.
dude.
I know.
I don't give a shit. Willy Wonka's business with chocolate. He didn't go in there, whoever gets the golden ticket gets a fun size Snickers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I guess I could have just, I didn't really think to like put stuff into my pockets, but yeah, it was like, but I stood down there and I evaluated the whole stack, and then I picked out my candy bar, and it was, that was like a moment for me as a kid.
Wow.
But I'm not kidding. Their basement just had a shit ton of candy bars.
What a sad childhood Suzanne had, where like the highlight of her childhood wasn't getting a bunch of candy bars, but looking at a bunch of candy bars and getting a big one.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Funny.
Oh, these people.
They were being dickheads, though.
They're
They could have gave you two.
Yeah.
Well,
2 candy bars.
It could have been
That's their rent, yo.
Yeah. It could have been my mom being like, "Can you like not hype my kid up on sugar?"
Yeah.
They probably would have been cool with it.
Let's
But
go
my
with
mom's
that.
like,
I like the idea of these people being such tightwad. They're like frisking kids that come out of the basement. Where is it? God damn it! I counted. I'm missing a Milky Way. Joel on YouTube says his cut is the air in the bags of chips. He needs to take it up with the supplier. The markup on the air isn't that big. However, it's huge on Doritos. Yeah. Fucking A.
For sure.
Amy on YouTube says F is for family. 1, 2, 3, baby. 1, 2, 3, baby. Yeah, I was thinking about that show. I'm like, I feel vastly underqualified to answer anything about this question, because I realize that about 99.9% of the information that I know about the vending machine industry came from that cartoon on Netflix with Bill Burr. F is for family. One of the guys.
Sure.
He ends up working on vending machine.
I wasn't following, but I knew that we'd get there in the end.
I didn't know
I
what
trusted
that
it.
was.
Yeah.
I was like, is this like a pro-lifer? Is this going back to...
Yeah.
I thought it was
exactly.
something about The Sopranos.
Yeah. That was the moral of the story is if you don't know you're pregnant after 3 months, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? It should be, Anyway.
There's a whole show
I'm
show
just
on
kidding.
TLC about
No,
that.
I'm the opposite. I say, the later the term, the better, I say. You know what I mean? Deliver it right into a volcano. I don't give a shit.
Jesus Christ.
Tim on YouTube says they should have taken care of they should have taken care everything out from taking care evening
everything from the get-go.
From the get-go. Yeah, absolutely. Joel on YouTube says, I don't know how the fuck they didn't talk about this. I mean, it's, that Skittles machine component hit home, Jake.
Component?
I got, comment. I'm far away. I'm far away from
Uni, you're close enough. Do some proofreading.
I really wish I could make the font on here bigger because
I don't know how you're reading that. Were you Superman or
it
something?
is.
How are you reading that?
Listeners,
and I have a hangover too.
You can't see. I mean, it is. Jake is reading
I am close to the
extremely
TV.
Small font from at least 15 feet. Yeah. So it is a feat.
It's bonkers. It's bonkers that you can see that. All I see is a white blur.
That said, I am damn near illiterate, so even if it was really big, I'd be fucking up the big words. Anything with more than like 6, 7 letters, it's just eeny, meeny, miny component. You know what I'm saying? That Skittles machine comment hit home, Jake. I got caught in the act next to a Coke machine just north of Nashville's 93 or 94.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
I love how specific that was.
What year was it?
93, 94.
What do you mean how old is it?
I was watching Power Rangers. I was thinking about jacking off by a vending machine.
That old comment hit home to Kate there.
He wasn't jerking off by it, though. Was he jerking off or was he getting laid?
Like
if you're jerking off, then you're a creep. If you're jerking off by the vending machine for no reason, but if you're getting it, then that's romance.
That's true.
I thought that's what Rage Against the Machine meant. You're getting banged. You're getting banged against a machine. Or am I?
You know what that is.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll have to reinterpret.
I was in college in 1992. And
wow.
My roommate and I know I'm way older
Kate's
than I
old
look.
as fuck,
I'm a
bro.
witch.
Okay.
I'm a witch.
Are you eating young women?
I'm a witch. I take their power. I'm a witch.
She's been
Highlander.
Yeah. If I take my watch off, I'm like the Red Queen, right?
Oh, all right.
Like 1,000 years old.
That's hilarious.
Drinking that adrenochrome out of kids,
God,
you know, just like the Bushes and the Clintons and all those folks, man.
But yeah.
Tim on YouTube says, my great granddaddy was a milkman, not serious. Amy on YouTube says, what candy bar did you choose? Oh, yeah. What did you choose?
A good
I really want to say it was a Payday, as basic bitch as that was, but I think it was the first time I'd ever had one, and I do love
God
Payday.
damn, your
Payday
childhood
is
is
good.
sadder.
No,
than
Payday
sad.
is good. It's leftovers.
Payday's good.
It's almost health food, though.
Almost.
That's a lot
No,
of
but there's a
peanuts.
lot of.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of caramel.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the caramel, and I'm like definitely like a big like caramel Werther's original sort of.
Every now and then I would be in the mood for a Payday. It would have to be a mood though.
Yeah,
It
my
would
dad
have to
was
be a mood.
obsessed.
Really?
That was the shit. That was
yeah,
the shit.
yeah. I mean, dude, if you're a big peanut guy, like you
I
can't
do
do
like
better
peanuts.
than
Yeah, I do like
than
I do.
Paydays,
I
yeah.
do love like either a cup of coffee or a cup of tea with a Payday. Oh,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
fuck you, French people and your macarons.
Yeah.
I've got a Payday and a cup of Dunkin' Donuts. So
caramel
fuck
and peanuts.
yourself.
Oh, dude, at Sirius XM in the break rooms now, they just have little tiny like bite-sized candies, and so every day is like the day after Halloween, and I just keep getting fatter. And fatter,
Really?
dude.
They used to just
can't-
have potato chips when I was there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, they have some chips and stuff too, but like the Halloween candy is like
that's
I just fucking go
tough to
bananas
say
on
no.
it.
Yeah.
It's got what does it have? Snickers, Milky
Yeah.
Way, dark chocolate Milky Way, which is very, very good. It gets a
Interesting.
bit intense after a few bites, but like
Yeah.
in the middle of some of these other ones, it's very good because it's a very intense one. And then it has Twix and
Oh yeah.
What is
Pretty
your
much
favorite?
Yeah.
What is that? So you get Payday. What's your
you know, I
favorite?
definitely it depends on what I'm in the
Hard,
mood for.
yeah.
That
Okay.
said, if I got to be trapped on a desert island like Tom Hanks in Castaway, and it's just me, Wilson, and a bunch of fucking candy bars of the same kind, I'm going Snickers. I'm a Snickers guy.
all
I'll do
That's
it.
a good one.
Really?
That's a good
Yeah,
one. I'll
yeah.
probably say Twix.
Yeah,
is
I'm
pretty
gonna go
damn
with
good.
Twix or anything with like Crispies in it.
Yeah.
like
Interesting.
Crackle
Yeah.
or Nestle Crunch.
Oh, they
or,
kill the crackle in my job. It's
Yeah.
always gone.
Oh yeah.
Always gone. I don't even try anymore. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I don't even try. You got it, bro.
I'll
It's-
take
I'm
them all,
fine.
stuff
I'm
them
not
all in
even-
my
yeah.
pocket. Yeah.
You got it.
But I will say actually though, if it really came down to it, and this wasn't an option when in the scenario that I told you about, but really mine would be the Cadbury Caramello.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, again with the caramel like that. Yeah, I would annihilate those.
I was right in
Cadbury-
the middle of a caramello when
Cadbury,
I found
like
gold.
the eggs.
No, so they
No,
do
it's
like
a candy bar, but
I
it's
don't know
got
that I've had it.
caramel
Oh, I
in
think
it.
I have
Yeah.
had it. Yeah,
It's really
yeah. It's
good.
just chocolate with
Anything
the
Cadbury
liquidy.
makes
Yeah.
is amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tim on YouTube says, I will do all caps now. I'm not mad or excited. Yeah, thank you. Man. Joel on YouTube says, I wasn't alone. I have no idea what her name was, but I know that she was real.
That's all that matters, man.
Goddamn
All
right.
You do
That was
you.
93. Who's
Yeah.
going to remember that?
Right.
You do you, Joel.
She
You think
had...
Probably
it was
dead
so
by now.
long ago.
Yeah,
It was only 25 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
That was like
No,
that was Power
19,
Rangers
yeah.
season 1. Like a 20.
Yeah, I was only 10 in
Yeah,
93. I'd only
yeah.
fucked like 1 or 2 people.
I hadn't
You
fucked
know what I mean?
anything.
Yeah.
And I kissed one girl at 93.
I'd only had one
I was
candy
18.
bar.
Good.
And it was a goddamn payday. It was a sad, dry, salty payday.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that is sad. That is sad.
Oh my God! Even Michael Jackson is listening to this from hell, going, "I thought I had a bad childhood. Oh my God, one candy bar. At least my dad, when he was done beating me, I got to eat 2, 3 candy bars sometimes."
Macaulay Culkin and I have a lot to talk about.
Joel on YouTube says she had a showcase at Opryland
Yeah?
the same night that I did. We met coming out of the dressing rooms. Nice, dude. Fucking A, man.
Love that.
Tim on YouTube says, I heard nuts mixed with candy corn is similar to a payday. Nutty, right? I've never yet to try.
I'd eat that. I'd eat a candy bar where like the middle is candy corn and outside are the nuts. I'd eat that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Candy corn. It's one of those to where they taste all right for the first couple bites, but after that, it's just it's.
But with the nuts, I feel like it might be nice. So I'm just saying, I would do it.
Like a pairing.
This is like sadder than a payday. Like I'm gonna use this to punish my son if he gets in trouble. I'm gonna make him eat paydays and candy corn. That's just what.
Okay, so back to the question: what's our final advice? My final advice to her is to say, "Listen, Bucko, I've set everything up. I am doing all the admin work. You are getting your paycheck. So what's your real beef? Like, be real straight with him and make him, and don't let him get away with this. Oh, just drop it. Just no.
He had nothing to say. Yeah, no comeback.
Yeah.
Like,
what is your real beef? List specific issues that can be fixed, and then we'll go from there. Like, don't him again just taking jabs at her is completely unfair. And also. And if he doesn't even say anything, then fucking take your vending machine business and skyrocket to the moon.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. It sounds like he's looking for problems. Like he's over 100%. This relationship and he's looking for problems.
Yeah, this does definitely have the feel of somebody who is either looking for a way out or worried that it's going to end. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying, I think this dude is in the right in a weird, because it's like, hey, man, if you guys have invested your money and your time or whatever, I would want half of it if we broke up. That said, he's got to be a little more honest about that shit. And it's like, well, again, like we were talking about earlier, how did this not get set up before? I mean, this should be in some kind of joint business account. Yeah. And then, you can both take from that, but you set it up with the bank, like you both have rights to this. Yeah. And then if the business ends, one of you buys the other one out. That's the only fair way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, but she said clearly that, she had brought that up in the beginning, and he was just like, oh, whatever, didn't want to deal with it. So, again.
Yeah, and that was stupid, but it's like, I think the reality set in for this guy because that is a dumb fucking thing to do.
Hundreds of dollars were rolling
Hundreds of dollars are at stake.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's like, you're using me for the vending machine. Where is this location? That better be an amazing... If I'm putting up with a man and fucking a man for a vending machine location, that better be an amazing location.
You're in Grand Central.
Yeah. So Grand Central Station in the middle.
The busiest hub of all. What are you talking about?
She's in the middle of sucking this guy's dick, and in her brain it's like, it's all for that location. It's all for that location. All for that location.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Get them bills.
We're almost done.
Main Street and 7th. I love it. God. Oh my God! He needs a shower more. Main Street and 7th. What up? She just looks at a picture of Google Maps with the address on it the whole time she's doing it, just so she doesn't lose lose her courage.
That's how she gets hard.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. They're in the middle of it, and she's like, oh, tell me again how close to downtown that vending machine.
Hundreds of dollars at stake. I have stayed with a guy because I liked his cat. I've stayed with a guy.
But
I've stayed with women for the pussy.
Can't say goodbye to his cat yet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But a vending machine location. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I would say...
that's not that bad.
I mean, I mean, cool. The honest and the responsible thing to do, I guess, if you really like and respect this guy and he has for more or less been pulling up his weight, if those things are true, then get him involved in it, you know what I mean, and get it in a joint account. Because let's face it, she said they do stock it together. With my limited knowledge about vending machines, that's about 99.9% of the fucking job, So that, hey, he's pulling his weight. It's not like he's sitting at home for that. He just seems like he was a little bit of the doofus on the back end of things, but he's kind of getting his shit together. Yeah. That said, he might be asking this to see if he wants to go away. You know what I mean? He might be looking for an exit plan. So here's what you do. You get him in that bank account, or you get that going to another bank account that he has access to, but not before You take a few hundred out. And you purchase what? Another vending machine.
Yeah.
Even closer. You have a side vending machine.
Empire.
Yes.
You have a secret vending machine.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You have a yes. Yes. You're gonna be the Tony Soprano's of vending machine.
Yep.
You're gonna be
We're stocking it together. I'm imagining them like romantically, like both stocking it together, like both
And
their hands,
what?
like looking into each other's eyes.
Like,
Yes.
It's great.
Oh,
you know?
did the little swirly thing cut your hand? Let me kiss your boo-boo.
See, I'm picturing the opposite. I really want to walk past a vending machine couple in a fight someday. They're restocking the Reese's Pieces, and they're just yelling at me, "You're only fucking me for this location, aren't you?" Oh, shut up!
Yeah,
I should have fucked my ex-boyfriend. He's got a hot dog stand, and like they start getting brutal,
Yeah.
Well, perfect.
They start throwing fucking bags of shit at each other.
Yeah.
It gets crazy.
100%.
Hit him in the face with a payday dollar.
Stop pelting me with the merchandise. We can't sell these now.
Right.
You've popped the bag.
Great. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we should move on to our next question.
I think we did too. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you have questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, like and subscribe and watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. But for now, we're going to take our second question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. I introduced my boyfriend to my family, and they blindsided him during dinner. I'm 25, and I've been dating this guy who's 33 for 9 months now. He's amazing, and we are head over heels for each other. My boyfriend had a tough past, and he had a rough upbringing and spent some time in prison over a decade ago. Once he got out, he turned things around and managed to build a very good life for himself.
Robbing vending machines is a very serious job in Kentucky. They don't play. It's a big part of the state's economy.
I found out about his past on our third date. He did time for illegally selling firearms and drugs with his father, who was a very abusive person.
All right, so this is a little more serious than the vending machine.
Yes, I have seen the documents. None of that mattered to me because it was in the distant past, and he now has no contact with his father. I briefly mentioned it to my sister one day, because I always thought that everything I said to her would stay between us. On Sunday, I introduced my boyfriend to my parents for the first time. Everything was going well until my dad brought up the fact that my boyfriend had spent time in jail. It blindsided my boyfriend, and I immediately realized that my sister must have told my parents. My parents then proceeded to question him about all of that, asking why he was in there, making jokes like, "It takes a certain someone to go to jail," and "You don't go to jail for no reason." Those things were said jokingly, but it felt condescending, and I'm sure that my boyfriend felt it too. We ended up cutting dinner short, and I had to have an individual conversation with my dad and basically told him that what they did wasn't cool, and I was mad.
Hey, not only is it upsetting me, he's a violent criminal, right? Like, this wasn't baggies of weed. This wasn't vending machine fraud.
No. I apologized to my boyfriend on our way home, and he said, "It's okay, babe. It's to be expected." He said it in a defeated way, and I imagine that being judged over one's past, especially when you've built a great life for yourself, must feel awful. I felt so guilty for that, although he seems fine. I regret not being more vocal when all of it was happening. I think that I should call my parents and my sister and tell them that they need to apologize to him as soon as possible. What should I do, and how do I handle this in the future? So, to give a quick synopsis, so this woman is dating a guy. He's been in jail, whatever. Who hasn't? Am I right? Up top.
I've gotten locked up for small shit. You know what I mean? Not like firearm stuff. You said selling illegal firearms, right?
So yeah. So I guess
I'm surprised he's fucking out.
Right. That's not it. Yeah.
He's a white guy.
Yeah, it's just
he must have had a great lawyer.
Yeah,
that's
got to be rich as fuck, right?
That's a decade minimum.
Yeah,
that's a good point. But I guess
how long was he in? It didn't say. My boyfriend saw an automobile when he was a kid once. Now they're everywhere.
No, that's actually a really good point.
Unless he's like a minor.
So I guess.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, your father fucked you up. All right, we're gonna give you a break."
Most of my criminal charges went was before I was 18.
Yeah.
That's when the commit the crimes kids.
Yeah.
Before you're in the adult court system, it gets unless it's like a fucking felony.
Yeah,
which
don't kill nobody, obviously.
Right.
Don't rape anybody.
Yeah. If it's below shit like that, it goes away when you're 18. Now I've given this speech at hundreds of high schools. They never have me back. Okay, but it's fucking great advice, dude.
No, it's real.
It's fucking awesome advice. I got arrested doing so many small petty crimes when I was a kid. They just, it's little slap on the wrist. They send you to juvie, which is kind of like summer camp with orange jumpsuits. It's not that fucking bad, juvie, dude. It's, and it was kind of fun, man.
There's a juvie in the Bronx I used to see.
Yeah.
Every time.
It wasn't that bad, dude. There wasn't like gangs there. I didn't have to get a prison swastika just so I didn't get raped in the shower at juvie.
Depends on where,
Nothing
what
fucking
juvie
crazy.
you're going to, what town.
I'd probably
I think like juvies in Iowa,
spots, but...
and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe slightly different than a juvie in,
I'm sure some are worse than others, but I mean, hey, they still have like fucking prisons you don't want to get sent to, and like I knew guys that came back from Anamosa in Iowa that had prison swastikas because they had to get covered, and they're like, "Look, man, I'm not a racist guy. I just had to join a prison game where I'd get fucking raped or something." So like, hey man, I couldn't join the. Oh no, water down.
Sorry, right?
No worries. I got it.
That is a nice
I
fancy
was
ice cube.
I was trying to grab the ice cube. I don't know where it went. I guess.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, okay. Jake, it's fine. All good.
Oh, is there a towel?
No, we don't need it. It's good.
There was no spillage. It was just ice.
It was just ice. It was just ice.
It was just
ice.
Just glacial movement.
It was just ice, and then like
for those
like
of you listening on SoundCloud and
like the bitch I am, I just sat here and waited for someone else.
Well,
to
you're
be like
trapped in there.
Yeah,
You can't do
nowhere
it.
really wants to go.
Anyway, okay, so we're all good. Okay, so back to the question. So I don't know why he got out so early, but she is the person writing the question is saying, listen, he has built himself a great life. Now, she hasn't given any details as to what that is, but she's basically like, I don't know, like in my humble opinion, being like super cool. Like she really likes this guy. She accepts him for what he did, et cetera, et cetera. But now her parents like put him on blast and are like, what's up with you going to prison? And she feels like she didn't defend him enough, that the parents now need to apologize, et cetera, et cetera. So her question is, how does she approach it? And I think, like, she needs to make first of all, like, double check with him, like, how he's feeling. Because sometimes in this situation, by having the parents call and apologize makes it more awkward than it was if they didn't. But if he is offended and he's like, listen, I don't really want to go over to your parents' house anymore, then like they need to have a conversation. They need to have a conversation. Just be like, look, either get over it or we're not coming over.
Yeah, I think that's a better move than actually apologizing, because there's no way to apologize for something like that without making it awkward as shit. I think unless he's really, really fucked up about it, like really like doesn't want to talk to them anymore, like that kind of shit, the apology is not needed. What's more important is just hey, just don't joke about him. Just don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it was a long time ago. It was, and they can bring up the fact that she said that it was with his dad. She could be like, look, he was born into this. He found Jesus or Allah or like, Tom Cruise or whatever in jail. And now he's joined the Nation of Scientology. Like, whatever, man. Write a whole fucking thing behind it, you know?
Into it. First of all, I like this boyfriend. Right off the bat, he sounds like a really cool, good guy.
Agreed.
I like this guy. Yeah. And
I think he's probably a piece of shit, but the dick is probably good. You know, he's got that ex-con dick. That fucking put your titty against the glass. That guy's gonna fuck good when he gets out, you know?
He's 33. He's probably tried.
Yeah.
But no, I'm with Kate. I think that he is. I think he's probably like, again, like he came from like a really fucked up childhood, and he has turned it around, and now he has like this great life. Like,
and that's the family sounds like dicks.
Yeah.
Sure. You
I
know?
agree.
Yeah. And it all depends on like how serious you want to get with this guy. Like if you guys are going to live together and get married and be together for years and years and years, then he's your family now.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like, and you know
That's
what?
a really good
Family,
point,
I
yeah.
hate when people like family is everything. No, it's not. You can cut them out. You can
Yeah.
cut them off. If your family's a bunch of dicks and your boyfriend, because guess what? You can't fuck your family.
Yeah.
You can't have sex with your family.
Yeah.
But you've got
I mean,
this great
not
boyfriend.
under Biden's administration.
Hilarious.
Because he doesn't believe in a little thing called freedom.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the bud.
Yeah.
But no, I would say, you know, tell the family to go fuck themselves. If, you know, like.
I think it is a good point because I agree with you. It really drives me crazy when, so for example, like, you know, it's like a reality show and they're like, my family means everything. So if my boyfriend, it's just like, you're just being pretentious and almost like thinking that you're thinking that you're better than other people. It's like, oh, you came from this, you know, family and you guys are so much better than everyone else and it's so great. It's like, what?
Like fucking with your adult relationships, like in your 30s and shit. It's kind of like, what the fuck? Yeah. And the more that I'm thinking about this situation with the family, the more it's annoying me. Because already it's like, all right, he's making jokes. It's kind of shitty. But then the other part of my brain was going, well, I mean, it's a weapons charge. It's not like it's just some petty shit to where it's like, can you believe they're still sending people to prison for illegal weapons charges? Like, yes, I can believe that. That's a serious crime. And so, like, I would be weird if I had a daughter who was going, I would be concerned if I heard that. If I was like, hey, I have this daughter and the guy was in prison. Was it for weed or something? Oh, no, illegal weapons charges. Like, that's some shit, you know? But, like, it doesn't sound like he brought it up in like a concerned kind of way.
No,
He's just making fucking jokes and shit.
Just this is what I'm thinking in my head. You think about how, first of all, easy it is to get a gun. And you can get a gun illegally really easily. Like, it's almost like a situation.
Well, easier
like,
when this guy was still on the street.
Yeah.
I think
it got a little harder once they fucking slapped the cuffs on him.
To me, it sounds like, again, a situation
Fucking
of,
big
like,
government telling me I can't have a flamethrower. It doesn't say that shit in the Constitution.
He got charged with illegal firearms and guns. So again, it really, not guns, illegal firearms and drugs. So it really just sounds like his dad
and drugs.
And drugs.
Wow.
So
when you have the drugs and the guns together,
just sounds
that's why I'm surprised he's out.
Right? Yeah.
So he must have got arrested as a kid. There's no way.
Pretty young,
Yeah.
but then again, if he's 33, dude,
Yeah.
if he was, if he got arrested at 23, that's still 10 years, man.
Yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't say how long he was in prison.
I think it was like he got out 10 years ago. So
he got out
okay.
10 years ago.
I think
Holy shit.
Uni's right.
Yeah,
that
he was
he
a
probably
kid.
got it when he was a kid.
Yeah, he was a kid.
But again, so it's like,
dude,
again,
I was a shitbag when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, really bad. So, anything that a kid does, it's not like cannibalism, rape, or murder. I think it's okay.
Yeah,
you know.
And your dad was telling you to do it, so like, oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
If your dad's in on it too.
To me, this seems like his dad was a drug dealer,
and the cat's
then
in the
he
cradle
got
and the silver spoon.
wrapped up in the drug dealing. So again, like, but for the for the fact that he has turned his life around, he no longer has like a relationship with the father, and her parents are kind of using that as, you know, it's almost like that, you know, shotgun on the porch sort of like mentality. It's, I don't know.
But that's what gets me is it's not a shotgun on the porch kind of mentality. I would actually honestly get that a little bit more if the guy was like, hey man, I don't really want my guy or my daughter dating a guy who's wrapped up. Now, I would say that it's like we were saying, it's long enough ago that you shouldn't be that concerned, but like, he's not doing that. He's like, oh, I'm cool with him. I'm cool with her dating this guy who may be a violent criminal. I'm just gonna be kind of cunty about it. Knock knock. Who's
You're
there?
probably
He went
not
to
cool
jail.
about it.
Like he's
they're definitely not cool about it.
Probably not.
He's
cool about
no.
it.
I mean, but he's not. He's not cool about it, but he's not bringing it up to her in a concerned parent kind of way. He's just kind of being a fucking asshole to where it's like, hey, if you're going to send me home with someone you think is a violent maniac, maybe don't get him real riled before I'm about to be alone with him. What the fuck are you doing? Now he's got white knuckles on the steering wheel the whole way.
Yeah.
His prison tats are fucking twitching. I'm like, come on.
No.
He's got that stabby look in his eye.
As a female, I think that there is definitely something more to be said of a guy who has seen the other side and turned his life around, rather than someone who's never had any hardships or anything. That is definitely going to be the bigger Nate bomb, essentially, like later on,
right?
That's gonna be the guy that's gonna cause you some real
just
problems.
To say nobody goes to jail for no reason. Like, are you fucking stupid? What country do you live in?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, so if but the the dude that was like privileged and he had, that's the guy that's gonna cause you more problems. Again, if it's a long-term thing, like Kate said. If it's a long-term thing, the privileged guy is going to cause you way more headache down the road rather than the guy that, he went to prison for a little bit, whatever. But he now has straightened his life out, and he, is really on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, and
like that to me is the better choice than some, douchebag who
sounds like a good guy. And fuck the sister. Yeah. Fuck whoever repeated that.
Yes, I totally forgot about that. What a dick for like outing that information. It's one thing to say it, but it's to like blab
not
it
a first time meet him. Like, let's say that for later.
No.
Does your sister maybe have a vending machine somewhere? If so, load that shit in the back of a pickup truck and drive it off into the middle of nowhere.
I think the sister did this for one of two reasons. The first reason is she was, I guess, concerned, quote unquote, because her sister's dating an ex-convict. 2, the guy is smoking fucking hot and she is jealous as shit.
Yeah.
She's alone.
She's
Dude, I'll bet it's that guy
I'm gonna break you guys up because he is hot.
It's totally that guy who went viral with his mugshot like 3-4 years ago. And then got that modeling gig.
Oh, that guy.
She's dating that guy.
Yeah. He's still modeling. I recently saw him in a commercial.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So modeling.
Yeah, maybe it's him. Model convict.
Yeah.
But so many, like the biggest, like I'm estranged from my family. I don't talk to my family. And it all revolves around, my father and I used to have a completely confidential, like we were the vault, Yeah. And then
he fucking snitched on you for dealing illegal guns.
He fucking repeated something I said to my mother.
Oh, shit.
And it
wow.
began the downward fucking
So this is very similar to this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like repeating shit never fucking goes well. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. If someone's telling you something in confidence, keep your fucking mouth shut.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fucking it is what it is.
Well, and again, like if the sister, it would be one thing if sort of like with the parents commenting, if it seemed like she was genuinely concerned, it would be a different conversation. I'm not saying she'd necessarily be in the right, but I would at least, it would be like, all right, you can kind of get why she's doing what she's doing. And unless this, and again, people that write in the questions, they will leave out details that would kind of go against them. But unless she's leaving out that her sister was like, listen, I really don't think you should be involved in a guy. Like if she came to her like that and then went to the family, that would be a different thing. But it doesn't seem like she's concerned because she didn't have that conversation with her.
She just was being cunty.
She's just being cunty.
And this woman sounds happy.
Yeah.
It's not like sometimes he beats me.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's just a jealousy thing. The sister blabbed because her sister's happy and she isn't. He's hot and she doesn't, whatever.
He only hits me closed hand when I get mouthy still after the open one. He's a real gentleman.
He's probably great in bed. He probably flips you around and pulls your hair and does all that good shit.
Yeah. So my final advice for this question is check in with your boyfriend. He
steals your cigarettes. He's still doing role play. He's still like,
oh my God.
You can take the gang leader out of the penitentiary, but you can't take the penitentiary out of the gang leader. Now grab hold of those bars that I have in my bedroom for no reason.
Sick.
But yeah.
When they do it, he plays the theme song to Oz. Dun 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 dun.
I remember that theme song.
That is a callback. It's about 15%.
What a dark show.
Oh, less than 15% get that callback, but that was a very generous. Yes.
But yeah, so my final advice for this question is, check in with your boyfriend and just say, look, this happened. I feel embarrassed about it. I want you to know I'm on your side. And just check in with him. And if he is really, affected by it, then make your parents apologize. But also have that conversation because if you guys are going to be together for the long term, you need to know how to field that question, because bitch is going to have questions about it. And how do you, shut that down or whatever? And then based on that, then proceed to make sure. But honestly, I think that, I think she's great. I feel like I literally never say this on this podcast. I genuinely hope this couple stays together. Like, I genuinely hope that.
This is probably, after years of doing this show, I think that's the first time.
It may be the first time I've ever said that.
Yeah, normally it's just nightmarish relationships, who all say to stay together, but just to be cute. You know what I mean? Just to be funny. Like, I don't actually mean it. If these people took my advice and stayed together, hell, they could end up dead half the time. I mean, these are really troubled people. But, ironically, the ex-felon with the gun charges is the best dude that's ever been in one of these questions.
I'm on his side. I'm on his side. Yeah.
In fact, I think any of the guys writing in questions, get some drugs and some illegal guns, man. It seems like you could accidentally end up being one of the good guys out there.
They say to invest in your 401k, because then as you get older, it's a process.
Yeah.
But if you're the other way and you're totally fucked up, get some guns and illegal drugs. Again, it's going to be a process. It's going to be a few years that you may have to spend in jail. But then you can, find the will to turn your life around.
Yeah. And I do think we're going to see the apocalypse in our lifetime, and having a bunch of guns is going to be real fucking handy.
That's what I'm saying.
Real handy. It's gonna come in real handy.
I mean, you don't want a guy that can't shoot at all. What the fuck?
Yeah.
My strategy,
sounds like a keeper.
My strategy for the apocalypse is to be one of the first killed. I'm
that's the move.
Busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm not going to be a survivor. No. I'm going to walk in front of a bus.
Right.
That's honest. This whole I'm going to survive the apocalypse.
You're going to be Mad Max? No, you're
not.
No, you're not.
I'm going to ask, I'm going to politely knock on my neighbor's door, and instead of asking for a cup of sugar, I'm going to ask for a bullet in my head.
Right.
I am good. I don't need to go through that.
I mean, that truly is the words of a woman who has watched Cloverfield Lane on mushrooms. And it's just do I really want to hang out with crazy John Goodman while we're filtering our own urine to make tea with? Yeah. No, I'd rather just fucking check out day one. I'm like, is that a bunch of zombies? Fuck it. I'm getting whiskey and a bump, and it's gonna be great.
I also just feel like that's my self-awareness of, if there is going to be a civilization that lives past the zombie apocalypse, etc., I don't really have that much to offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not the representative. I'm not Mahala or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That needs to go on, because I'm have such a good moral compass. I'm good. It's okay. Just bury me in a mass grave. I'm fine.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, you just got to watch Mad Max and be like, who would I be in this? Would I be the guy with the hockey mask that just walk away from the gas? Just walk away. Or would I be somebody that guy grabs by the ankles and uses to beat other people? That's most people. Yeah. Most people ain't the hockey mask guy. I'm sorry. Most people ain't Mel Gibson. Well, maybe drunk real life Mel Gibson. But not Mel Gibson in Mad Max. It's just
but if you got a bunch of guns and bullets and a cave, you can just quietly hide out and eat rabbits.
Hunt them.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing, and here's the thing with these fucking doomsday preppers. All right, they're always stockpiling the guns too. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? I love guns just for fun, right? But they're stockpiling because they're like, well, I'm gonna need it. People are gonna be coming for me. And I'm gonna need to fight myself off.
They're gonna come for those cans of beans.
Right. They're coming for my beans. Which may happen. It may happen. But they're going, well, I have all these guns. I have, in case people come for the beans and come for the gas and come for my filtered out urine. Their urine's not filtered out. They're going to need my urine that is filtered out, and I need to defend myself with the guns. Here's the thing that I remember from being in firefights. I wasn't in Saving Private Ryan type shit, but you know what I mean?
No, those days are done.
Yeah, we'd get little scraps here and there. You know what I mean? It'd be far away, and yeah. But the few dismounted fucking firefights I was in, I remember running a lot and doing a lot of cardio. All these men are 375 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what are you're going to be out of breath.
Yeah.
You're going to start running
You're
around.
going to be the food because there's a lot of you.
You're going to be, I have 17,000 bullets and, oh, God, heart attack. I had to go upstairs to get in this firefight. Now I'm fucked.
Now
and
you're
it's
dead.
just like, what do you,
now you're going to be feeding someone's family.
You ever tried target shooting after fucking running? It was hard when I was in shape. I can't do it now.
Try to focus on the target.
Dab,
bro.
Yeah, the stress shoots, bro.
You made me fucking think about some shit I didn't want to think about.
Jake, can you please not trigger Uni's PTSD? Thank you.
The cardio is worse for him than the firefights. He's like,
I remember stupid ass trains we had to do. Like, run, lay down. I ain't was like, I'm tired, bro.
Oh yeah,
focus. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, dude, especially, and that's even the stress. Even when you're not in like a firefight and you're just doing a stress shoot, like for training, you're still out of breath. When you're just shooting it. You're just fucking fucking spraying at muzzle flashes at that fucking point. And that was Jake in shape, dead sober, drunk fat Jake. He's not getting it, fucking dude.
Drunk fat Jake. Bullet right through the floor.
Yeah, that's fuck. I missed 17,000 times in a row.
Sideways pistol.
Yeah, 100%. Joel on YouTube says, when the apocalypse comes, Suzanne, just move to Tennessee. We're equipped, not stockpiled, but equipped. Amy and Sergeant Vevera are welcome too. Yeah, fucking A, man.
Okay.
There you go.
I would me. Yeah,
that's cool. Tennessee's probably safe. Nobody's trying to go down there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'll take you up on that offer, but I'm saying, Joel, if it comes to the point where they're like, we need to sacrifice one person for something,
for food,
I'm volunteering myself.
You got some good cuts of meat. I can see some good cuts of meat.
Exactly. Because
but Suzanne's a runner. It's all fucking lean meat. I don't want that. It's not marbled.
No. But what is there is yours.
You better fatten yourself up like Hansel and Gretel. Like that's not. What, I want an appetizer? Yeah. No. I want a fucking ribeye, man.
She'll make good wings and jerky.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, get that air fryer.
Yeah. Air fry my arm.
She's a marathon runner. She's too gamey.
No, it's good
like
jerky.
eating a rabbit.
I'm gonna need a lot of teriyaki sauce.
A lot of
game meat.
Protein.
All right, Joel on YouTube says, drunk fat Jake and drunk fat Joel can just try to pick off insurgents while watching NASCAR. Yeah, there you go, man. That's actually, that whole thing is the title to one of my favorite Kid Rock songs.
Exactly.
It's a very good one. I cry every time I hear it.
Perfect. Well, that's great. I think that we answered that last question perfectly. I think we should do one more question.
Absolutely. Yeah. Last question. Are we going to do question 3 or which one?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Last question of the Love Gurus Podcast. People, if you have questions, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Give us your comments and questions in the chat live now. Last question from Reddit.
Last question. My husband overshared about our sex. Over a glass of wine, a good friend of mine, who I met years ago through my husband, let me know a little secret that she and some of their friends had been keeping. Evidently, after my husband and I slept together after the first time years ago on our third date, he told a few of them, his good friends, that he had just had the best sex of his life. These friends were, of course, pried for more details about him and why it was so great, and he told them that it was things about my body and my moves, just friendly banter. I get it. But of course,
I did the math. I was out of town that weekend. What the fuck?
But of course, we ended up getting married, and they had all the details. And the friend said, it's no big deal, but sometimes they still tease my husband about it. I even had a nickname for a while, but that has been phased out since I'm now official. Is this weird? These people are my friends, and I feel a bit odd knowing that this was a secret thing that they now all know. So to give it a quick synopsis, so when they first started dating, his husband had a group of friends, and after they had sex the first time, it was a kiss and tell of this was the best sex I've ever had. But now that they're married, one of the friends just spilled to the wife saying, hey, he said this.
Oh, but he said it years ago when they just met?
Yeah, he said it years ago.
I thought he had just said it that weekend or something.
No, and so now that they've been married for a while now, and the friend let it slip that he kissed and told, years ago when they first started dating, and she's like, well, now I feel weird because they're all looking at me like some sex goddess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have two thoughts about this question. One is, stop fucking humble bragging. We got it. What are you, Shakira? My hips don't lie. Stop.
Yeah.
Secondly, like, I think it's, this is like a thing that I think is, in some friend groups, it is very, it's they do tell details about sex, and in some friend groups, they do not tell details about sex. And it sounds like you are I do not tell details about sex kind of person. Mm-hmm. So if it's that, just say to your husband, look, like, not cool.
It's too late now.
It's right. Too late. Cat's out of the bag.
It's out of the bag. And it, like, this was something he said when they first started dating.
Pandora's out the box.
Who's not going to say that? Who's, hey, man.
It doesn't make sense. She wrote this. Like, take the W, move on with your life.
She's a very glasses half empty kind of person.
Like, what are you going to divorce them?
I have a healthy sex life.
I suck
Whoa,
dick like a champion. Everyone
just loves my pussy.
Yeah. I don't even give teeth drag, even though he's like an uncircumcised Pabst Blue Ribbon tall boy.
Every guy at the barbecue stares at me.
I guess the more that
everybody knows I'm BJ Michelangelo, and they know what a true artist I am. My life is off.
It's like what was it? Was it Nancy Reagan that they just came out like very recently that she apparently gave a good blowjob on the hill?
Man, I used to use
fucking go Nancy. Like, quit slut shaming. Who cares? Nancy gave a good BJ. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, like we're all adults here.
Yeah.
Stop with the shaming.
Yeah. Oh, Nancy is the villain. What about all the married politicians who asked Nancy for a blowjob? What about those dudes, motherfuckers? Like, fuck yourself.
How did I marry an Oscar-winning actor and president? Zero gag reflex. Zero.
I'll do it.
I just, again, like the hypocrisy, like kills me. But so
I had my tonsils removed twice, and now none of that.
But now everyone wants you choking on it, though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
well,
I don't like to choke on it. I'm not a gag reflex kind of blowjob giver.
Well, here's what
got choke on it. That's a little rough.
Choke is a little rough. Yeah, choke is a little rough.
But that's because you respect the person you're with.
You gotta hurt yourself. It's not that serious.
It's like, whoa, it's not that serious. I'm gonna come.
I'll be fine. I'm fine.
But
she's gonna be up in heaven. How did I get to the pearly gates? Well, let me tell you, I don't normally kiss and tell, but you gotta know how I got here, right? I mean, this is normally I'm a good Christian lady. This is the second time I did it. You know what I mean? The second time I did it. That's why I'm not great at it. I didn't know you have to breathe in with the nose the whole time. I just completely just like this is if I can impale myself. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, this guy, Sir Lancelot, I called him. I mean, he had a real fucking sheath. This guy. Oh man. The goddamn meat saber.
Well, it sounds like the friends need to stop bringing it up. Like, stop bringing it up. It makes her uncomfortable. She doesn't like it. Stop bringing it up. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He stopped bringing it up years ago. He brought it up once when they were barely acquaintances, and then that's it.
Here's what I think is happening is that, the friends, so arguably this was like a few years ago, I think the friends are maybe now bored in their own marriages, so they're kind of,
they're having whack sex, that's for sure.
And they're saying, oh, we heard that you're like really good at sex. What if you like want to be our third? Like that kind of like feeling it out conversation.
Well, she said she had a nickname. I want to know what this nickname is.
Ooh, yeah. What's the nickname? What's the nickname? And dude, what the fuck kind of friend is this? What is this? Who is going to go? I mean, if I was hanging out with a friend of mine, because, I mean, let's face it, I don't, with friends of mine, like, I don't give, like, super detailed, but I'll be like, yeah, I hooked up last night. It was fucking good. I won't necessarily be like, oh, this is her tit sizes with the blowjob. She had a weird birthmark on her labia. I'm not giving, like, a ton of shit, but, like, I'm happy when I get laid. If I meet a lady I like, especially.
If you're giving details, you're sprung.
Yeah,
you're sprung. Yeah.
My girlfriends and I, we give the fucking details.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all do that. We don't get details.
This lady's a fucking hypocrite. You know goddamn well either that or she doesn't have any woman who considers her a friend because she is an uptight fucking twat. And so, like, nobody likes her. Nobody liked her in high school. Nobody was, when they were sucking dick underneath the bleachers, she was the last person they tell about it. Why? Because she was boring and a prude and she sucked. Metaphorically, that is. Not literally, because she's boring.
What was the nickname? Maybe the nickname was like Butt Sex Betty or something.
Nah, she sucked. She's a prude. Her fucking nickname was Tooth Drag. It was she'd leave a dick looking like that zebra gum. You know what I mean?
It's a passive.
She's a porn star.
Yeah. So
porn blooper, dude. This lady, she blows metaphorically again. She's awful. He's only into her for the vending machine. All right, he's only fucking her for a vending machine. She sucks. Yeah. I do not like her at all. The more I'm
was fresh out of prison. That's why she was so good.
She doesn't deserve a hot inmate. You know, with the crazy prison tats and the abs.
Here's how I know that she should deal with this. The next time that she sees so-called friend, is to say and to get the details of her and her husband's sex life, and because it's like, okay, well, it's a very easy conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know everything about us. Like, I want to hear about you guys. In
nothing
like a cutesy way.
And
then when she talks about the deep despair that her love life is, be like, that's sad. I wish you guys had a good sex life like we do. And boom, flip your hair and walk out of that Starbucks like it's not 7 a.m. and you're talking about sex.
That's pretty much it.
Joel on YouTube says, this is a little bit older comment going back to the zombie apocalypse. He said, both guests are welcome to Kayt Oni get to survive the zombie apocalypse down in Tennessee, man. Beautiful hills.
Aim. I can shoot bows and arrows.
Nice.
I feel like Kayt and Oni would both be excellent companions in a zombie apocalypse.
I'll bring my M4. You could do the shooting.
But we would just like position you with the
put
sniper
me up in
rifle.
the tree stand, the rifle, the bow and arrow. My
like,
jar of opioids. Yeah.
We have like
Katniss
a little,
Everdeen.
Like,
Hunger Games.
We'd have a little pulley system, give you snacks.
Yeah.
I want to buy a flamethrower from the guy in the last question.
Yeah.
I want all kinds of illegal.
I don't want to burn down the forest you're in.
Yeah, dude. I want shit that even Texas is like, y'all can't have those here. Like, I want crazy guns, man. Yeah. I want full fucking auto crew serves. The shit you gotta fucking close the trap on the belt and just fucking. Okay. So, I want a 50 cal. I want a 240 Bravo.
Okay, so I
that over here. That's what they made me use. Like, I hate this so much. It's so
carrying that fucking shit. Dude, there was a guy. All right, so one time in Afghanistan, this fucking really dumb kid that was in my team. We barely ever would take this kid out of the trucks. Like we would make him a driver, so he would stay in the truck every fucking time. But this one mission, it was like middle of the summer, and we were just going to go talk to some village elders. We weren't expecting contact or whatever. It was supposed to be very light. It was close to the fob, so nothing was gonna fucking cook off. Like it wasn't gonna happen. And so my LT was, for whatever reason, pissed off at him. He was a shitbag, and he sucked, and he was a dick to people, too. That's the thing. I can handle someone who's just a shitbag and fucks up a lot if they're kind of sweet. You know what I mean?
You gotta be one.
They're a nice guy. Yeah, I can handle a private pile. A private pile who's a fucking asshole, too. It's like, dude, you have no redeeming qualities. Yeah. At least he was a nice guy. Yeah. I would not have hit that kid with fucking bars of soap in that movie. This kid deserved fucking soap rammed up his ass. He fucking sucked.
Damn.
But anyway, so we were kind of mean to him. All right, but anyway, so my LT is like, give him the 240 Bravo, and this is outside the wire in Afghanistan. This is fucking, it's locked, loaded, ready to go, and real ammo for that shit is fucking heavy. You know what I mean? So he's got a 200 round belt in the gun. He's got at least one or two more in his pack. Like he's got a lot of fucking weight. Now they had these irrigation ditches in Afghanistan that was it's basically. Like, because it was rural Afghanistan, the Kush Mountains, right?
Yeah.
Like in Pakistan. So they just kind of had these crudely dug irrigation ditches in between the little farm plots and things. And it's just like kind of dirt mounds that go into like water. It's like shit water. Yeah. It's like, you know, that's where they put like the animal shit because it's to fertilize it as well. So we would just find narrow spots and jump over these, you know? I didn't know how deep these fucking things got. Now he was a big fat clunky son of a bitch too, you know? We're jumping over it. He goes to jump over this. He slips. He goes down. Now there was one night mission we did like in the middle of the winter where we all fell in because it was snowy and we were all drenched with fucking shit water to our waists, and it was disgusting.
Damn, it snowed like that in Afghanistan.
Dude, we had to fucking shit water in Afghanistan. We had to get back in the MRAPs and fucking drive back to the fob for like a half hour. And I was so fucking angry.
In that instance, can you just poop your pants and no one cares?
Yeah,
like, no one would notice.
I was shit in the bag. You know? No, I'm serious. I had to shit in the bag in the MRE bag in the middle of the desert because there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing
in the desert.
Oh, dude.
Like, well, I gotta aim.
Sometimes we would just fucking find places to shit, and it was
like an animal.
Sometimes people would see it, you know. It was fucking weird. But dude, this kid jumps. He's got the 240 Bravo. He slips. He goes in past the helmet.
Oh no!
He's completely submerged in shit water, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, he's not coming up.
How did we get
He's
here?
gonna drown, dude. And so I'm like, I'm his team leader, man. I gotta go in after him. So I reach down, and again, these are like crudely dug ditches, so it just kind of slopes. You know what I mean? So there's like, it's just kind of, there's not like a tight place to get footing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a muddy bank that
not
goes
like
in
a fucking pool.
No, it's right.
I know.
Right. It's a crude fucking, and so, dude, I'm reaching in, and I'm barely scraping the top of his helmet, and the only other thing I can grab is the barrel of this 240 Bravo. And so I got to grab this fat, clunky motherfucker who's got the plates, the helmet, all the fucking weight from the gun itself. Which,
pounds.
Dude. I mean, this is, you know, so I'm fucking hoisting him up, and all I can grab is the barrel of this gun, and there's no way I can pull that much weight and really lean. So the fucking thing is pointed right at my goddamn face. And I mean, that thing's locked and loaded, ready to go. And you know the safety's on those 240s. All you gotta do is bump that motherfucker in. Like, it's not even like you gotta flip the lever. And I'm just staring at it. This thing looked like it was about that big around. I'm like, I'm gonna get shot in the fucking face right now, dude. At 240 Bravo, I don't know if you know what an M60 is. It's what replaced that. You know? That's all. It's a closest thing I know.
Is that a nickname for Tom Cruise and Top Gun? Or?
That's a lie. No, it's a nick. It was Goose's Dick's nickname. Was the M60? And so I'm like, I'm gonna get shot in the fucking face right now because he's drowning in shit water. He's not real, and there's not a lot of room down there. It's so he's not aware of what his hands are doing. I'm like, I'm gonna see a big flash. I'm going to fall into the shit water, and it's going to soak into where the hole where my face was, and that's going to be the last thing is this dumb motherfucker's face looking back at me. Going, you know? Yeah. And so I finally get him up out of there, you know, and luckily I don't get shot in the face. He doesn't fucking cook one off right at me.
We're very glad.
Dude, but I get him out of there, and of course he's covered in shit water, so now it's kind of getting on me, and I'm kind of falling back, I'm kind of brushing myself. I'm like, oh, gross, dude. But then I look over at him, I'm like, oh God, dude, he's vomiting it up. He's it's coming out his mouth, his nose, out his eyes, his ears, everything. Just, like it's coming out. He's vomiting up lungsfuls of this shit. I'm like, I didn't know the human body had the capacity for all that fucking shit water. He's just, and he's just, it's like a sewer. Like he smells. You don't even want to get near him.
How did we get to this story?
Yeah,
we was talking 240 Bravos, and so I asked him. Oh, and people called him SpongeBob because he talked like the starfish, the Patrick had SpongeBob, like
this
that.
This guy just had a shit life.
It was just metaphorically shitty before today, and then you know, so I'm like, so dude, what's going on down there? Like, you know, and I'm like, could you not move or whatever? He's like, I was tangled in the spare barrel bag, Sergeant, you know, and because they come with spare barrels, because these things will get, these are such big fucking guns, and these bullets are so big, they will get so hot that the barrels can, if you don't switch them out, they'll turn orange and literally melt.
Yeah, you know? They'll melt.
And so you gotta have a spare barrel, and the fucking bags are clunky, you know what I mean? And so he's like, I was tangled in the spare barrel bag. I'm like, why didn't you drop the spare barrel? You know? And he's like, I didn't want to lose the spare barrel bag. And I was like, fuck me, dude. Okay, here's the thing. I like where your head's at. Normally, very bad. Well, normally, very bad to lose the spare barrel bag. However, if in the future if you're drowning in shit water or in any water for that matter, anything. You're drowning in anything. You're drowning in fucking pina coladas. Something delicious. Anything.
Kool-Aid, anything really. Quicksand.
Yeah, anything. And you're faced with the two options: either A, drown in shit water or whatever, or B, lose a spare barrel bag. I always want you to pick B.
Yeah.
I will not let anyone yell at you or scream at you and make you do extra detail.
Because nobody's getting that barrel after you die.
No.
You're not going to go down there.
We're writing it off.
Yeah.
We're writing it off. And we know how Afghanistan ended anyway. It was going to get left to the Taliban anyway.
Yeah.
So, who gives a fuck? It would have been better off in the bottom of that shit water. And so, the moral of the story is, there's not a moral of the story. That was just really fucking gross, dude. Yeah.
That was a bonkers journey you took us on.
I don't know how we got there. But anyway. Because we were talking about guns in Tennessee and stuff.
What is that italic message there?
Oh, that says
deleted.
Yeah, message deleted. So let's see. Tyler
Ron
on
Lent?
Ron
That's
Lent?
my ex-husband.
Oh,
Ron.
cool. Hey, what's up, buddy?
I love you.
Yeah.
That's
All
great.
ex-husbands welcome.
Message removed. What did you say?
Oh, dude.
You probably don't want to know.
Now I really want to
We're still
know.
like best friends. I love
Holy
him.
all right.
I love
shit.
him.
Well, that's good. That's
my
healthy.
ex-husband's the best.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's cool. Tyler on YouTube says, my girlfriend shares everything with her mom and friends. Who cares? It shouldn't be a big deal. She should be proud that he thinks the sex is great. And I'm sure her friend's sex life is as good. Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Joel on YouTube says, I didn't choke the woman at the Coke machine.
You still on that? You good, bro?
Yeah. And I made sure to tell my friends the fact. Joel on YouTube says, tell Kate the woman's nickname is Lassie. There you go. Shit. It's an old comment, man. I think it was.
I know. I got a little heart. I love you, Ron. Ron, I lost my virginity to Ron.
There you go.
And we got married the night
You lost your
Princess
virginity.
Diana. I did.
I lost my virginity to Ron. Ron.
We got married the night Princess Diana died.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I know. We had a good run. We were together 16 years.
Okay. God
I
damn.
still love him very much.
I was a child.
That's nice.
Ron, I'll
I
never
love
forget
that.
the
I
time
love
we
that.
had.
Yeah, I love that.
He's yeah.
He is packing like a goddamn boa constrictor. This guy.
Say that.
No, I said that. I remember.
Oh.
Wait, no, different Ron. Sorry. Anyway, Joel on YouTube says,
Getting out of here.
Jake, I found a dealer that has a legal flamethrower. Bro, you need to move to Tennessee. Yeah, dude, I'm tired of big government telling me what I can and can't burn down with flamethrowers.
Straight
It's
up.
fucking ridiculous. Yeah. First, they came for the flamethrowers, and I said nothing. This is a slippery slope to fascism. You know what I'm saying? Joel on YouTube says, listen to Jake's story. Although not his intention, was very moving. Thank you so much for your service, Jake. No, I didn't do it for you, Joel. I did it to make 7 guys in Texas rich. That's why I did it, and they're doing well. Plus, I wanted the Taliban to have a lot of equipment left to them.
Jake believes in capitalism,
Yes.
but he doesn't want to be one of the ones that benefits from capitalism.
Right.
Like, it's weird. He's like, it's almost like, he just agrees to be like,
Jesus Christ.
It's sort of like Buddhist monks who
want to be a stormtrooper.
Yeah. I'm in it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. I was in it for the college.
hate the game,
Yeah,
nothing.
no. I did it because I really like Dick Cheney.
I didn't want to pay loans.
Yeah, it's Big Dick Cheney. That's what we call him. Joel on YouTube says, I missed the guest name, but it's obvious that he is served too. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we just wanted to make people in Texas and Connecticut rich, dude. We want to
I
help
didn't
out the
want to do
billionaires.
that, but
I mean,
thank
you know, I'm
You're
guessing.
welcome, sir.
Yeah.
So I guess, okay. So
and then Ron sent a hearty sign.
Yeah, very sweet. So, okay, so I guess to answer this question, I feel like I've already, my final advice is, just, again, double down on the best friend about the details.
Yeah.
And if she gets weird about it, just be like, listen, Jake and Uni have this story about a gun in the Kush
Fucking
Mountains.
How did we even get there?
She
talking about the guns.
equate your vagina to the gun that almost murdered Jake.
Yeah.
In the shit water.
In the shit water.
You know, sometimes after the first bottle, things go a little fucking sideways, and I just start I just start remembering fun times, other places.
What I like about our podcast is it's sort of like exercise. Something is better than nothing.
Yes. Yes.
So we're at least producing something.
Matthew on YouTube, a friend of the show, says, I think I'm too far away to read what
I'm
emoji
pretty sure
that
that's
is.
just
Is
an
it
emoji.
hand clap? It's no. I mean, I can't.
Wave emoji.
It's clap.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's Matt has the clap.
But what other final advice do we have to wrap it up?
Maybe
Or
she just needs a. They're probably just looking for advice.
I mean,
A lot of people having bad sex. You'd be surprised.
They could have said she's the worst in bed ever.
Yeah.
Does she want that?
No,
Yeah.
you
I
don't want that.
want to know what the nickname is.
Me too.
Get your humble brag on, bitches.
Yeah, and the thing is I would definitely have a lot more sympathy for this woman if he was oversharing now.
Yeah.
Because the title, it looked like, husband overshares about sex life. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't tell people stuff that me and my wife do in bed unless I'm clearly joking. You know what I mean? Like if I'm like, if I'm telling fucking weird jokes and it's obvious it's bullshit, then whatever, man. But like, I don't actually talk about stuff my wife. But then again, he wasn't the husband at the time. He was just some dude you fucked from the ball.
It was like the first time, and he was probably hadn't gotten it in a long time and was all excited, like you guys are gonna dick touch. Yeah.
Or he was smashing trash.
Right.
Everything he was doing was whack.
Smashing trash.
Yeah, just whack.
I may have never read the Bible, but I do know it says no sex before marriage. Maybe this is the reason, you hussy, huh? No. It's because guys tell stories about you to their friends, and now you are unclean. A woman without virtue, who guys are saying, I had a good time with her last night.
She's still married.
Good sex. Yeah, that's true, but her virtue is tarnished. This guy heard good things about her. Now her life is over.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, they always leave out the details if it makes them look kind of bad or whatever. Yeah.
It probably was butt stuff.
Yeah.
Or ear stuff.
What's the nickname?
I think it was.
It has to be something outrageous in order for.
I'll bet it's
nickname.
Wanda. What in the butt?
Yeah. I think it was 40 Francine. I think they were 69, and she let one go right on his fucking nose. That's what I think happened. Yes. Right up both nostrils.
And then he liked it?
No, he threw up worse than the guy in my team that was drowning in shit water. It was a similar kind of thing, She basically like CPR'd a fart directly into his nose.
That wouldn't be good sex though.
It was no. I mean, well, for like maybe like 0.001% of the population, yes, they're going to be either super into it or not into it all. Yeah. He was not into it at all, so the nickname was really not flattering.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Matt on YouTube says I can type out the claps if that helps. Yeah, absolutely, man. He says, "OMG, that's my favorite Kayt." Yeah, fucking A, dude. Joel on YouTube says no sex before marriage, only counted before video cameras. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Amazing. I think we answered that question. I think we answered all
Absolutely.
of these questions amazingly.
I love
this
show.
Yeah, what a big thank you to the guests.
We love our guests, man. We love Kayt Hester. We love Oni Francis. And we love you guys out there listening, wherever you're listening, especially the people listening live. Thank you to everybody who listened live and commented. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Tyler. Thank you to Amy. Thank you to Matt. Thank you to Ron on YouTube, especially for taking, I think, all of our virginities. I think everybody on this podcast lost their virginity to Ron.
Hyman
he got around. Yeah. I mean, he fucking gobbling them cherries up, this guy.
Oh, my God.
He's the man. Thank you to Ron. Thank you to everybody for listening. Until next week, like and subscribe. Oh, everybody out there, like and subscribe. If you don't, that was that kid's last word, as he thought he was dying on shit. He was like, if you ever start a podcast and I don't make it, he was like Bubba in Forrest Gump. He's like, Sergeant Vevera was going to start a podcast. That was going to be his thing. We were going to do a podcast together where we make fun of people on a futuristic thing called Reddit that doesn't exist now. But like and subscribe to that podcast. I'm dying in shit water. So honor his memory by liking and subscribing to the podcast. Until next week, later.
Bye.